All right, so today we're diving deep. Okay.
Yeah.
TJ Sanders, forgive me, from his official YouTube video,
Okay.
the lyrics, right? We're really trying to get at what's the story here? What's he trying to tell us? What are the feelings that are coming out?
Yeah, we're using the lyrics themselves as our primary source material.
Right.
Really trying to understand the narrative that he's created.
So right away, lately I've been on the train in the middle of nowhere somewhere. I lost control, and it's been hard to care. Like just that first image.
Yeah.
Train in the middle of nowhere,
Uh-huh.
lost control. Like that already sets a tone, right?
Right.
And then the cloudy windshield, like,
Yeah, and I think what's really interesting is how quickly you go from that feeling of being lost
yeah.
to that line about, Mama told me keep it straight. Lord knows I'm probably the only reason that she pray.
Oh, yeah.
And that line comes back again and again. It does, and it really makes you think about, sort of the weight of that maternal expectation.
Absolutely. And then you have this repeated, forgive me for my ways.
Mm.
Like throughout the song, this is a theme that keeps coming back.
Yeah.
And then we get into some pretty intense, territory. We out here looking for trouble. We're going to find it. Running on autopilot, sliding shotgun. He even said, he loves violence.
Mm-hmm.
What are we seeing in these lines?
Well, I think when you put all those lines together, it paints a picture of a certain lifestyle, right? Like there's a certain seeking out of excitement,
Right.
a disregard for danger, potentially.
Yeah.
And then he gives us these very specific details like fishing down dirt roads with blue cans, and then the mentions of law enforcement encounters like past blue lights, 12 came up empty. So it's not just trouble in the abstract.
Right.
He's giving you a very grounded sense of what these experiences were like.
And there are moments where we see consequences, or at least a glimpse of consequences, right? Like only one time I landed in jail, lucky as hell, paid my own bill, came at that bitch and got back on the rails.
Yeah.
So he's had run-ins, but he's always bounced back. But then he also has this line about put that life on the shelf.
Yeah.
So is there a shift happening, or is there at least a desire for a shift?
It makes you wonder about that internal conflict, right? Even within the description of this fast-paced life.
Yeah.
He says, probably headed somewhere that I shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an awareness of maybe being on a path that's problematic. And then he says, ain't thinking loose and play with the crew. So it suggests a different state of mind, maybe where he's at now.
It's like this navigation between feeling untouchable on one hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody fucking with me. Who you kidding?
Huh?
Feeling second and that confidence.
Yeah.
But then right away, acknowledging lack of tolerance and struggling when the mental was that on the frizz.
Yeah, I think what's so fascinating here is that he gives you this glimpse into how his energy is perceived by others, right?
Sure.
The energy was always 10. They told me I was at HD.
Right.
I'm pop the pills. I'd rather be me.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants you to know you call it real, even if you rather call it ill. So we see that external judgment and his own sort of defense of who he authentically is.
Like he's owning it.
Yeah, even if that authenticity is viewed negatively by some people.
So this fascinating picture he's painting, right,
Mm-hmm.
of this life that's got recklessness, calls this constant forgive me. Like there's something he's seeking forgiveness for.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, this awareness of his mom's concern.
Absolutely.
It's like that really plays into it.
Yeah, it really seems like a big part of the internal struggle here.
Absolutely. So I think what's so interesting, for anyone listening, is thinking about where are those moments in our own lives, right? Where we feel that pull towards freedom, but we also see the impact our choices have on us and on the people we care about. How do we navigate those moments where we're maybe drawn to things that we know aren't necessarily good for us?
Yeah.
TJ Sanders' lyrics really give us a lot to think about there.
They do.
Really do.
Yeah.
It's a powerful song.
Yeah, I think so.
A lot to unpack.
Definitely.
Thanks for diving in with me.
Of course, my pleasure.
We'll see you all next time
See ya.
for another deep dive.
Bye.